Meredith Lane didn't believe in ghosts, curses, or missing person legends. But she did believe her brother Adrian would never just disappear. So on a cold Thursday evening, she arrived at his empty apartment on Brynford Lane with a bag of groceries and a determination that felt like armor. The police had sealed the place, but she had a spare key. Adrian always gave her one. She stepped inside. The air felt wrong, too still, like the room was holding its breath. The door that had been broken off was replaced now. New wood, fresh hinges. But Meredith felt watched the moment she crossed the threshold. She whispered, "Adrian, what happened to you?" The lights flickered once, just once, but long enough to make her freeze. The first night, 3:11 a.m., Meredith wasn't planning to stay overnight. But the day turned into evening, and the apartment felt full of unsaid things, so she curled up on Adrian's couch and tried to sleep. She didn't. At exactly 3:11 a.m., she woke up gasping. Not from noise, from silence. Silence so dense it felt like it pressed against her eardrums. Then she noticed the window. The curtains were open. She knew she had closed them. Slowly, cautiously, she turned her head to look outside. Under the streetlight across the road, a figure was standing there. Tall, thin, hands at its sides, facing her. Her blood turned cold. She whispered, barely audible, "What are you?" The figure tilted its head, just like Adrian had described in his text days before he vanished. Meredith backed away, heart punching her ribs. The figure lifted its arm and pointed at her. She let out a choked gasp and stumbled into the hallway. Her phone buzzed in her pocket. A notification. A message. From Adrian. Her trembling hands lifted the phone. One new text. "Don't look at them." Her breath hitched. Her vision blurred with fear. As she stared at the screen, another message came. "If they see your eyes, they come inside." Meredith dropped the phone. Behind her, the window creaked open by itself. The second night, the streetlights. Meredith moved carefully the next day. She tried contacting the police, no answer. She tried replaying the CCTV footage they had mentioned, access denied. She tried leaving the apartment, but every time she touched the doorknob, the interior lights flickered violently as though warning her. She stayed. At 3:11 a.m., the lights flickered again. Meredith walked, slowly, to the window, but didn't look out directly. Instead, she angled her phone camera toward the street. The screen almost slipped from her hands. There weren't one or two figures. There were 9, each under a different streetlight, each facing the building, each perfectly still. Then one by one, every streetlight down the road blinked off. Pop, 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 pop. Total darkness. When the last light went out, Meredith felt something move inside the apartment. Very close. Something breathing behind her ear. She refused to turn around. She covered her eyes and whispered, "Adrian, help me." A cold hand brushed her hair back. Day 3. The hidden room. Morning finally came. Meredith searched the apartment desperately for anything Adrian might have left behind. And that's when she noticed it. A seam in the wall behind his bookshelf. A hidden panel. She pried it open. Behind it was a narrow space, a tiny crawl room smell of dust, wood, and fear. Inside she found a notebook, a camera, and Adrian's jacket, soaked with something dark. Her throat tightened as she opened the notebook. Written over and over on the first page, "Don't look at their faces. Don't let them point at you. Don't open the door at 3:11. Below that, a new line. "The more you see them, the closer they get." Meredith shivered. A floorboard creaked behind her. She spun around. No one was there. But the closet door was slowly swinging open. Night 3:11 a.m., she barricaded every door, closed every curtain, turned off every light. But at 3:10 a.m., the entire building went dead. Lights, heaters, power, everything. A noise filled the room, soft, steady, unnatural. Tap, tap, tap. She covered her ears, but it wasn't a sound. It was inside her mind. The knocking grew louder. Then the figures began appearing inside the apartment. First in the hallway, then the corners of the room, then right behind the curtains. Each one pointing. One figure lifted its arm, slow as dripping tar, and pointed at the bedroom door. Meredith heard her phone buzz again. Against all instinct, she checked it. One new message, from Adrian. "If you open the door, I'll be there." Her heart broke. Tears filled her eyes. She walked toward the door, hand trembling on the knob. The pointing figures leaned forward, anticipating, waiting, begging. She whispered, "Adrian, I'm coming." And she opened the door.
Aftermath. The apartment was found empty the next morning. No signs of struggle. No broken locks. No footprints except hers. But the CCTV cameras recorded one thing at exactly 3:11 a.m. Every streetlight on Brynford Lane flickering on, and two tall, thin figures standing under the one closest to the building. One was the shape of a man, the other a woman, both pointing upward,